Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routines. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. What do you guys think of the new backdrop? I just barely had my amazing team member Tiara help me with it, and I think it's so pretty. Like, I wanted it to be a very like plant forward, feel like it's, you know, nature. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that word. I just wanted kind of more natural vibes, and you won't believe how much work these fucking things took because of the glare from the lights. So I don't really care if you guys don't like it. It took so much work, you're gonna like it, goddammit. Anyway, this has been a highly requested video for a while, and I don't know why my dumbass hasn't made this video yet. It is well overdue. I think it's one of those videos where for some reason I thought I've already filmed it. I'm going to be telling you the truth about e.l.f. skincare, what my thoughts are, the brand are, product by product, ingredient by ingredient, and sharing my honest thoughts. For some reason, it's just one of those videos where I thought I already filmed it, and then all of a sudden fast forward like a year and I realized I've never filmed it. You guys have kept asking for it, and I have been a terrible YouTuber by ignoring your requests and comments. So I do sincerely apologize. The e.l.f. skincare is one of those brands where my opinion of them has been pretty consistent. It hasn't been like an ebb and flow relationship like with some brands where you really never know what you're gonna get. For e.l.f., I always know the type of products I'm gonna get. And being that they're so popular at the drugstore, it is honestly way past time for me to talk about this brand, share my thoughts on the products. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of their most popular products, going ingredient by ingredient because ingredients don't lie, bitch. And then at the end, talk a little bit about the brand overall and then give you my final thoughts. So let's get into it. Anyway, I'm not even going to give an introduction to e.l.f. skincare because clearly all of you guys know. If you clicked on this video, you've seen them at the drugstore, you've used their makeup. e.l.f. skincare is really popular, so I'm honestly just going to get into the products. I'm going to order these from my least favorite to my favorite, starting with the Daily Hydration Moisturizer. Now let me just say, I am impressed with the price point of this product. $8 is, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Not bad. Oh, that was really low. I didn't know my voice could go that low. Oh my god, maybe I'm finally hitting puberty. Not with that tone of voice, Hyram. This one is one of their best-selling skincare products. It's a very simple moisturizer. Some of the ingredients it has that I like are hydrogenated polyisobutane, which is not like an incredible ingredient, but it's good to have in a moisturizer as a conditioner, just to ensure the moisturizer performs well. It has glycerin, great for hydration, dimethicone, which is a good silicone that helps to trap in any additional water loss and do what a moisturizer should do, keep water in our skin. And it has jojoba oil and shea butter, both of which are great for hydrating and moisturizing the skin. Looking at this ingredient list, I'm not blown away by any means. Unfortunately though, it does have some ingredients I don't like. It has orange extract, lemon extract, and fragrance parfum. Now, orange extract and lemon extract aren't the worst ingredients out there, but when it comes to a leave-on treatment that you're going to be using during the day or night or both, citrus extracts can actually be irritating to the skin, and especially in daytime can increase sensitivity to the skin from sun exposure. And then of course, fragrance parfum, I will never be a fan of that, particularly in a leave-on treatment. And overall though, I'd say the reason I dislike this product is just because I've seen so many like it. The ingredients that I called out there are the good ingredients you can pretty much find in the majority of basic moisturizers out there. Jojoba oil and shea butter were the only ones where I was like, ooh, okay, a little bit interesting. But even then, you can find them in nearly every single moisturizer out there. So I was not impressed by this formula, and given the irritating extracts and fragrance, I was like, not a fan. This one may surprise some of you, and I saw this product fucking everywhere, all over TikTok. It was so popular. The Beauty Shield Magnetic Face Mask. Yes, it's magnet. Ick. Now I remember the first time I saw this product from e.l.f., I actually didn't really hate it because I was like, hey, it's a more inexpensive dupe compared to the Dr. Brandt magnetic face mask, which is very pricey. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh, that's cool. They're giving people the same experience just for a more affordable price. If you aren't familiar with these types of masks, it comes in like this dark, almost like clay that you spread across your skin. And then when you're finished, you take a magnetic wand and it pulls all of the formula off your face onto the wand. It's super satisfying. I won't lie. I've watched a lot of videos of people taking them off and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to try that. I'm looking at the ingredient list. It isn't terrible. I mean, it's a pretty short, simple ingredient list. Some of the ingredients I like are cyclopentosiloxane, which is a common silicone. I actually like dimethicone better, but cyclopentosiloxane is an okay alternative. So there's also carrot seed oil, sunflower seed oil, and argan oil. And these ingredients sound great, but here's my kind of issue with this mask. First of all, the primary ingredient that is used is iron powder. That's what's able to create that magnetic effect. And there's so much iron powder present because there has to be in order for all of the masks to be removed when you hold the magnetic wand near your face. It also has fragrance, but it's not a huge deal to me because it is a mask, so you're likely not going to see a lot of irritation. But you know how I talked about the affordable price point? Looking at this mask, it's $24. That's a good 2 to 3 times what the average e.l.f. skincare product costs. And honestly, my overall thoughts on masks like this, whether it be a magnetic mask, whether it be a peel-off face mask, is that most of the time they're really just hype. They're a fun experience, but they're not going to do anything really beneficial to your skin, and more oftentimes than not will risk sensitivity and irritation. Iron powder can easily irritate the skin, and overall isn't an ingredient that delivers a lot of benefits to the skin, and is more so just functional in making that magnetic experience. Relative to the rest of their products, and given that this is a mask, it's not even something that's necessary in a daily skincare routine, this product is kind of expensive. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, but compared to other e.l.f. products, and given that it's not necessary and really won't deliver results in your skin and is just kind of a fun experience, I don't think it's worth the $24, and I don't think it's worth you risking sensitivity and irritation in your skin, so I'm gonna pass. Next up is the Superclarify Cleanser. Now, I was interested in this one because it's a really simple cleanser. It has cute packaging, and looking at the ingredients, it has gentle surfactants. It doesn't have harsh cleansing agents that appear like they're going to really overly strip your skin. That being said, I used this product a good amount of times, and I just could not get over how strong the smell of lavender is in this cleanser. It is very strong, and I'm coming to a point where I'm a little bit more okay with lavender oil in skincare products so long as it's the only essential oil and it's relatively low on the ingredient list. But this is one of those products that when you smell it, you're like, wow, essential oil has entered the chat. It's very noticeable to the point that I actually didn't enjoy the experience. And funny enough, I actually found that it kind of did dry out my skin a little bit. I wouldn't say that it stripped it, but being that I have oily skin and this one made my skin feel a little bit dry, I was a little skeptical and honestly didn't really enjoy the experience. It's not the worst thing in the world. Lavender oil from a formulation standpoint is not a reason for me to hate a product, but given the really simple ingredient list and that you can find so many other incredible cleansers at the drugstore, I just don't think this one is necessary. This cleanser is more oriented for oily skin though, so if you are looking for a really good cleanser, the La Roche-Posay Toleraine Purifying Cleanser is bomb. It's a really good price point for how big the bottle is. Great results, doesn't strip the skin, but really does a good job of deeply cleansing. Oh, by the way, that cleanser and all the other products I'm talking about are listed in the description box below. If you do want to shop any of these products, I do make a small commission through affiliate links, but no pressure whatsoever. They're just there as a resource for you. If you want to use them, no pressure to use them whatsoever. Next is the Nourishing Night Cream. This one caught my attention because it was really highly rated, and looking at the ingredient list initially, I was kind of impressed. It has dimethicone, shea butter, jojoba seed oil, aloe extract, and sodium hyaluronate, a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid to help hydrate the skin. Well, I should say I wasn't necessarily impressed, but I wasn't mad. Again, those are ingredients that you can find in most moisturizers. Also, I don't know why this says nighttime because you could easily use it during the daytime. I didn't see any ingredients that isolate it exclusively to nighttime use, but it does have orange and lemon extract, which I don't think are necessary. And I would say that this would be a good dupe for their daily hydration moisturizer, but here's the thing. e.l.f. has so many moisturizers. I am shocked at how many moisturizers I've included in this video. So honestly, just wait until the last 2 moisturizers that I recommend in this video because they are way better than the night cream or the daily hydration moisturizer. And next is another face cream. I told you there's a lot of creams. The Holy Hydration Face Cream, and I chose to include the fragrance-free version. One of the things I really like that e.l.f. did is that this being their most popular moisturizer, they released a fragrance-free version for anyone like myself who's picky as fuck, wants to use it without the risk of irritation. This one, in comparison to the moisturizers I've already talked about, has a better ingredient list. It has glycerin, niacinamide, my favorite ingredient ever, squalane, an amazing moisturizing oil that I think is amazing to include in products, and a peptide complex. And I've used this moisturizer, I've enjoyed it. Is it my favorite moisturizer from the line? No, but it's a fine one. My only problem with this moisturizer, and I don't know if this is a recent update because I don't recall ever coming across this ingredient, and usually I'm on the lookout for this ingredient, but nonetheless, it's not often formulated in moisturizers. This has polyethylene. If you don't know, polyethylene is plastic, but it's cosmetic grade polyethylene, so typically a smooth form to help create like a luxury experience when you're applying the moisturizer on your face. But there's a lot of questions in the sustainability community about if it's able to be broken down and how it's hurting marine wildlife, and I try to avoid it because it's by no means necessary in a formula. The good thing I will say about it though is that it's at such a low concentration that looking at the ingredient list, I would guess it's in the 0.1% or 0.01% range. Of course, I don't know because it is at the end of the ingredient list, but I can at least say that it's under 1%. So I don't love it, but at the same time, I usually avoid polyethylene-based cleansing balms where it's like the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th ingredient where you're getting a much higher concentration. So again, kind of an issue, not a super huge fan of that, but I like the moisturizer overall and I think it performs well. Next up is the All the Feels Facial Oil. You guys requested this one because it's really interesting. It has hemp seed oil, but the interesting thing is that this is primarily made up of oils like jojoba seed oil, sunflower seed seed oil, meadowfoam seed oil, and then hemp seed oil. So I think it's kind of interesting that they're a little bit more forward in marketing this as a hemp product, when in reality it's primarily other really good hydrating and moisturizing oils, but still it's not the highest concentration. This also has squalane, again, great oil. So overall, I'd say in terms of face oils, this definitely is not the worst I've seen. I have seen so many bad ones. Typically, I'm not a facial oil person because they're chock full of fragrance, they're really expensive, and an oil is not necessary in your routine. So long as you have a good moisturizer, you'll be fine. You don't need a face oil, but I get it. They're luxury, they're nice, it's a good experience. So if you are looking for a good, affordable facial oil, I would recommend this one. I think it's a good formula, but I personally don't enjoy using it, but I like the ingredient list. And now we get into my favorite products. These are the ones I love. First up is the Superhydrate Moisturizer. I fully anticipated when I first saw this product to not like it. I don't know what it was, I just didn't give it a chance, and it wasn't until I actually read through the ingredient list that I was like, hold up, this is a really good ingredient list. I gotta try this one. And then once I tried the texture, so good, really cool product. This has the most unique texture I think I have ever seen in a moisturizer. It's like a liquid gel. It's like in a consistency that's almost malleable, that can take shape, but it's still like liquidy. So it's not like a gel moisturizer that you would find like a pump one. It has shape and form, but when you rub it into your skin, it dissipates like water. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. I don't know how to describe it, but the ingredients are awesome. It has glycerin, dimethicone, niacinamide, squalane, centella asiatica extract, one of my favorite ingredients for reducing redness and irritation, if not my favorite ingredient. Tremolo mushroom extract, which is great for reducing sensitivity and irritation, and propanediol, good for hydration. This is a really good ingredient list. Like, I was impressed. By no means is it super fancy or super extra, but it's good, and it's honestly an ingredient list that I would look for when it comes to a moisturizer. Honestly, this one I don't have complaints. I will say it's not my favorite moisturizer in the world consistency wise. I like the consistency, but I'd say my only complaint is that, like, if you are trying to use fingers, it can be a little like slippery and difficult, and it's easy to like use too much. And I think because the texture is so unique, that's kind of the reason I'm interested in it, but I also don't reach for it every day. But regardless, it's a good moisturizer. I really like this one. The ingredient list is awesome. Definitely recommend it. Next is the Hydrating Serum. This is also one that I didn't expect to like. I am not someone who goes for hydrating serums like ever. I think it's because I have oily skin, so usually I don't need more hydration, I need less hydration. And when I initially swatched this one, I was like, this looks too heavy for my skin. But the experience is actually amazing. It's very lightweight, sinks in the skin very nicely, and is almost like a moisturizer. I, dare I say, would recommend this as a moisturizer to people who have crazy oily skin who want a lightweight experience, because the ingredients are glycerin, dimethicone, jojoba seed oil, shea butter, all of which are some of the most common ingredients I find in moisturizers. It has chrysanthellum extract, which is great for reducing sensitivity and redness, as well as green tea extract, which does the same and is also good to help repair damage in the skin. I think I like it because it functions like a moisturizer, but it's so lightweight that it doesn't feel like one, and it says it is a serum, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you agree, but looking at this ingredient list, I'm like, it looks like a moisturizer, and I really enjoy this one. It layers really nicely. I never have to worry about my skin feeling super heavy. I like that it comes in a sanitary pump. It's a good product. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the last product, my favorite product, and if you have watched my videos for a while, this will come as absolutely no surprise because I used to recommend it like all the time, and then for some reason have not recommended it lately. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. The Happy Hydration Cream. Oh my god, I love this product. When I first discovered this one, I was shocked at the ingredient list because the second ingredient is cannabis sativa seed oil. That is really impressive for a moisturizer that is priced at $12. Cannabis sativa seed oil has great benefits for hydrating the skin and potentially reducing redness, but more than anything, it's typically a little bit more of an expensive ingredient, and products where I see it listed as the second ingredient are usually really expensive. So I was shocked when I first saw this, not to mention the other ingredients like glycerin, niacinamide, sodium hyaluronate, a tripeptide complex, and panthenol. So overall, a bomb ingredient list, and I love the experience. I love using this as a nighttime moisturizer or in the daytime on my dry areas because it feels lightweight, but it packs a punch for hydration and moisture. It really works well, and I find it as like the perfect moisturizer to layer with other treatments and products that I'm using overnight, and I just love the experience. You guys have loved this one. I've seen so many of you guys buy it. I actually saw that Colleen Ballinger actually bought this product per recommendation of me, and she was wondering like if you were gonna get high by using this product because it has cannabis sativa seed oil. By the way, Colleen, no, it won't. You don't have to worry about that. But my only complaint, and this is something I only recently saw, I swear to God, maybe I'm going crazy, this has polyethylene. Now, given it's at a very low percentage, again, like the other product, somewhere, I would guess somewhere around the 0.1%, less than that range, but I was still a little bit shocked as to why they feel using polyethylene is necessary in the formula. I don't understand it, and not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed when I saw this. I have no recollection of seeing that ingredient before, because that's usually one of my biggest ingredients that I look for. So yeah, e.l.f, if you are watching, please reformulate your products to be without polyethylene, please. But yeah, those are all the products. So what are my thoughts on the brand overall? I'm gonna go through the positives and negatives and then tell you guys whether I think e.l.f. skincare is worth it or not. As for things I don't like, they do have some formulas, both in this video and ones that I didn't include, that contain ingredients or compounds that are risking irritation to people's skin, whether it be iron powder, citrus extracts, fragrance. I'm not in love with that, but at the same time, they do have so many products that are free of those irritants. And for me, that's all I need. I don't need to agree with every single product on the market. I just want brands to release products that are also accessible to people who have concerns about common irritants in skincare. I also don't love that e.l.f. skincare has some like repeat formulas. Like, they definitely do not need the amount of moisturizers that they have. I didn't even talk about all their moisturizers, I don't believe. So I don't feel like they need that many, but that's just me being really picky, because overall, I think it's amazing that their products are so affordable. They're some of the most affordable that you can find at the drugstore with really good formulas. Like, I look at these ingredient lists and I'm like, wow, I'm impressed, particularly at a price point that ranges from like $8 to $13. These are really good products. I love that they're accessible. You can find them at like any Target, but I think also Walmart. It's hard not to find e.l.f. skincare. And then of course, I love that they're cruelty-free and vegan, even at such a low price point. So honestly, my overall thoughts on e.l.f. skincare, I love e.l.f. skincare. I think they're awesome. What they're doing is great. I hope they continue making formulas like this that are simple, effective, affordable, and accessible to people who have skin sensitivities. I have no issue recommending e.l.f. skincare to people. And while they do have some products that, yes, I'm not a fan of, I would be pressed to find a brand where I didn't find some products that I didn't like. There are very few. I think there's only like 2 brands out there where I like every single product from the brand. And even then, I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, I think e.l.f. skincare is awesome. And if you are considering getting it, I highly recommend it. And you can use the links in my description box below, or you can shop at your next drugstore visit. But what do you guys think of e.l.f. skincare? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's not worth it? Are you going to buy some products? And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.